Must watch. Do all watches require ISF filing? Welcome to our video on Importer Security Filing, ISF, requirements for watches. If you are involved in the importation of watches or are planning to import them, it's crucial to understand whether you need to file an ISF for these items. In this video, we will deep dive into the topic and provide you with the information you need to ensure compliance with customs regulations. To begin with, let's clarify what an ISF is and why it's important. An importer security filing, also known as the 10+2 rule, is a requirement by U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP, for importers to provide specific information about their cargo before it arrives in the United States. This information helps CBP assess the security risk of incoming shipments and make informed decisions. Now, when it comes to watches, the requirement to file an ISF primarily depends on whether the watches fall under the category of commercial goods. Generally, if you are importing watches for commercial purposes, you will need to file an ISF. However, if you are personally importing a small number of watches for personal use or as gifts, you may not be required to file an ISF. The term commercial goods refers to items intended for sale, trade, or any other commercial activity. So, if you are importing watches for resale, even if it's a single piece, it will be considered a commercial shipment and subject to ISF requirements. It's important to note that the value of the watches doesn't determine the need for an ISF. Regardless of whether the watches are high-end luxury timepieces or lower-priced everyday watches, if they are intended for commercial purposes, an ISF must be filed. Now, let's talk about the consequences of not filing an ISF when required. Failure to file or late filing of an ISF can result in penalties imposed by CBP. These penalties can range from fines to shipment delays, additional inspections, or even seizure of the goods. It's crucial to comply with ISF requirements to avoid such consequences and maintain a smooth import process. Additionally, when filing an ISF, you may also need to obtain a customs bond. A customs bond is a financial guarantee that ensures compliance with customs regulations and covers any potential duties, taxes, or penalties. If you are importing goods on a regular basis, it's advisable to obtain a continuous bond to streamline your import operations and avoid the need for separate bonds for each shipment. To sum up, if you are importing watches for commercial purposes, whether they are high-end luxury pieces or more affordable watches, you will need to file an importer security filing, ISF, to comply with U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP, regulations. Failure to do so can result in penalties, delays, or even seizure of your goods. It's also important to consider obtaining a customs bond to ensure smooth import operations. Thank you for watching. We hope this video provided you with the necessary information regarding ISF requirements for watches. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel and stay tuned for more informative videos on customs brokerage and international trade. Check the disclaimer note below.